Hey y'all, this just a quick reminder. Another video on, it's kind of funny and at the same time it's not funny, you know. So I asked my son, I said, with all the history we've been taught in school, I asked my son, I said, what do Indians look like? You know? And he said, they're light-skinned. I kind of chuckled. And I said, okay. So, where they from? And he was like, from the mountains, in the desert. So, old as I am, as much as I have taught my son, it was just kind of funny and it was interesting for him to say that. And I said, it was interesting. I said, but, our grandparents and our parents, my mom ain't never said about where we were from, or they parents were from Africa, or they from Jamaica, or they from Haitian. Now, there's a lot of people in the States that when we was growing up, they were saying, oh, we from we from Haiti. My mom them from Africa, they African or Jamaican. But never have I heard my mom say, well, they parents are from Africa, or from Haiti, or from Jamaica. And growing up through school, maybe there was one or two Africans, I mean all the way up from elementary to high school, that I've seen that they was African. Even in my neighborhood, there wasn't maybe one neighbor that stayed in the neighborhood that was probably from Jamaican, I think. He was probably Jamaican or Haiti. That was it. So for me to ask him that question, it was sad at the same time. And he, to go back, and he was saying, and I say, well, what they look like. I was telling him what they look like. What do the Indians look like? And he was saying, they light skinned. I just laughed, and he was like, I'm not sure. He was like, well, they got feathers on their head, and they have bones, in their nose, and they dress a certain way. And I said, no, but I said, so, I was telling him that our parents, we used to say, when we was growing up, we used to say, we got Indian in our family. My grandmama looked like this. And my granddaddy looked like that. So, and I was telling him, I was saying, if our granddaddy had Indian in them, and our grandfathers and my dad and them and my mom and them had part Indian in them, then what that makes me? And if y'all had the same thing, y'all saying you got grandmamas and granddaddies that was part Indian and looked like Indian, then what that make you? It's in your blood. And then what that make your kids? They are too. So, I was telling him, I said, no, I said, I'm gonna tell you what Indians look like today as young people. I said, they pants sagging, they hair dreaded up, they out here, some of the females, that's for the young men, but the females, they wearing long lashes, they getting butt jobs. You know what I'm saying? We talking slang to each other. We out here killing one another. That's what they look like. Some of them wearing different attire. Some wearing suits. Some dressed up. Some got lawyer jobs. Some policemen. You know what I'm saying? Some are teachers. We can go all day with this. That's what they look like. So for just to reiterate on what I was asking him, I was like, that's pretty interesting question. You can ask your kids, y'all. Y'all just ask your kids and see what the response you're gonna get. Ask your kids, what do Indians look like and where do they come from, and you will be amazed at the response that you get. I was amazed. And so it's us, y'all. We just been lost and forgot our culture. We no longer wear what they wore, you know, back in the day. We wearing somebody else made clothing. We talking somebody else language. We going to somebody else schools. So we've lost the culture that the Indians used to be religious by. We lost all of that. So ask your kids and you'll be amazed. But that's what the Indians look like. They look like us. We just don't know it because we've been told otherwise. Light work.